Welcome to the 2024 virtual tour of the Mount Vernon District, a cherished tradition that pays homage to the inaugural town meetings started by my predecessor, Jerry Highland. This tour is crafted using the Web Experience Builder and ArcGIS Online, a collaborative tool that enables me to guide you through the district, showcasing current conditions and changes while envisioning potential future developments. Nick Reinhardt, my land use liaison, and Greg Bacon of the Fairfax County GIS Department collaborated to create today's tour. Albi Sinayoko, our new Channel 16 producer, enhanced its visual appeal, incorporating fun and informative elements like this helicopter feature. Thank you, Nick, Greg, and Albi. The highlighted red area you see is the Mount Vernon District, home to 130,000 Fairfax County residents. Join me for a journey through Lorton, where we kick off our tour this year. In recent years, the county has dedicated over $200 million to enhance Lorton's infrastructure, including new facilities, roads, and parks. Now let's highlight our biggest accomplishment in 2023, the opening of the Lorton Police Station and Animal Shelter. The Lorton Police Station is the county's 10th station and the first in 2 decades, representing a significant achievement in recognition of the growth in South County. It was a great day on October 28th when we gathered to celebrate the grand opening of this state-of-the-art $34 million facility that also includes community meeting space and my Lorton office. Thank you, Chairman Jeff McKay and my board colleagues for their continued support for these major investments in Lorton. A community advisory committee will be set up this summer and volunteers are needed at the shelter. Contact my office to get involved. This facility stands as the final major public investment outlined in the 2001 Lorton Prison Adaptive Reuse Plan. Together, we made it happen. With this plan complete, we are currently immersed in the next planning cycle, Lorton Visioning 2040. Over the past year, dedicated efforts with a new consultant have been underway, and we held community and task force meetings. We eagerly anticipate finalizing this vision in the coming months. Across the street, we opened the Laurel Hill Community Gardens with 18 plots for residents and 1 for the Lorton Community Action Center food pantry. Thank you, Linwood Gorham and West Spear, for making this happen with the Park Authority. From here, we can also see Laurel Hill Park and Central Green. The picnic areas at Central Green have proven to be very popular, and permanent restrooms will open this spring. With walking and biking trails, a playground, frisbee golf, fishing, and the Laurel Hill Golf Club next door, Laurel Hill Park is a great place for outdoor recreation. Neighboring the park to the north, the Liberty development has seen several commercial businesses open this year. Lidl, Bryn Mawr Early Education and Preschool, Lido Pizza, Petite Smiles Dental, Always Polished, and Taco Rock. Thanks to the South Fairfax Chamber and Board Chair Casey Whitmarsh for coordinating these grand openings. Elm Street Development continues to look for tenants with hope to attract a local brewery and restaurant. From here we move to the Workhouse Arts Center. With over 65 artists, several performing arts series, hundreds of art classes and the art of movement, and multiple events throughout the year, this community gym is a thriving arts complex. Our 9th annual Tour to Mount Vernon community bike ride will start at the Workhouse on October 19th this year. The Workhouse master plan is now complete. Thank you to everyone who has provided input. The county invested over $4 million to improve the entrance and street view of the Workhouse, create a new courtyard, and renovate the 2 buildings along Ox Road. These renovations are complete, and Bunnyman Brewery Company is expected to open in May. We continue to look for a restaurant for the other building. The Workhouse is the first Potomac Bank's Explore Fairfax South location in our tour. You will see this Potomac Bank's logo as we visit the various partner sites. Created by my tourism task force, this new branding for the southern part of the county highlights our many historical, cultural, and recreational attractions, as well as breweries and wineries. Go to visitfairfax.org to download the Potomac Bank Savings Pass. From here, you can also see the highest point in Fairfax County, the closed waste management landfill, which is the peak you see as you drive down I-95. Within the next couple of years, we will be opening a park overlooking the beautiful Occoquan and Potomac rivers. Nearby is the county's I-95 landfill complex that includes Covanta's waste-to-energy facility, community drop-off for waste and recycling, pollinator meadows, George Mason beehives, and coming soon, a 5-megawatt solar field. Construction on the solar field is expected to begin by the end of this year and energy generation by mid-2025. Another proposal being considered for this site includes an indoor ski slope called Fairfax Peak. As with any potential development, there will be community dialogue and engagement as next steps become clearer. As we approach Richmond Highway and Old Colchester Road, the CSX bridge replacement has experienced delays due to escalating costs for the Northern Railway improvements into DC. The start date is delayed, but I am committed to getting this critical project done. From here, we head towards the water to Mason Neck and Gunston Hall, where they opened the fully restored 18th century Riverside Garden. We also see Powick Bay Regional Park, where I held my first hike with Nova Parks, and Mason Neck State Park, a great place to see eagles and other wildlife. The Bureau of Land Management, or BLM, Meadowood, offers mountain biking, walking, horse trails, and stables. Thanks to the advocacy of the Mason Neck Civic Association, the Army has changed its plans to relocate its caisson unit to Meadowood. A new $13 million Gunston Fire Station will break ground this summer, providing much-needed modern facilities for the area. Along Gunston Road, we received additional funding this year to plan for missing trail connections. The next stop on our tour is the Lorton Community Center, Library, Park, and Lorton Community Action Center, providing a crucial human development center for this area. This thriving community hub is a place where kids can play, families can learn, seniors can thrive, and everyone can gather. This summer, we hosted our inaugural Back to School Community Day, drawing hundreds of families for fun, games, music, food, and face painting, with a backpack and school supply giveaway to over 250 students. In September, we celebrated the center's first anniversary fall festival. I recognize Christine Moran, the heart of Lorton, for her unwavering dedication to the planning and execution of this special community hub. Christine's leadership has been instrumental in numerous significant projects in Lorton and Mount Vernon throughout her 15 years with this office. Nearby, we just completed a $103 million improvement in the Noman Coal wastewater treatment plant to improve odor control systems and enhance water quality discharge into Powick Creek. In recognition of these efforts, the county's Wastewater Management Division was honored by Virginia DEQ with Environmental Excellence Extraordinary Enterprise and Utility of the Future Awards. Continuing north, we come to the Newington area and the Fort Belvoir North, home to the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, where a 525,000 square foot distribution center is being built. Many of you have contacted our office for updates about the Newington Costco. A rezoning application to add 24 gas pumps and additional parking is under review. The one-lane Newington CSX bridge is also slated for replacement in the next few years. This year, WMATA received a federal grant for $104 million to build an electric bus maintenance facility that will support our future bus rapid transit system. We also broke ground on the new Capital Area Food Bank facility, set to be completed by late summer. We appreciate the advocacy of the Newington community to address a long-standing pedestrian safety hazard along a section of Newington Road to Telegraph Road. We anticipate trail planning and design work to begin later this year. Along the Fairfax County Parkway, we find the National Museum of the U.S. Army. I encourage you to visit this amazing free museum telling the stories of soldiers throughout the Army's 249 years of history. Returning to Richmond Highway, we see Fort Belvoir and the largest employer in Fairfax County, home to 150 different commands and departments, 51,000 employees, and $28 billion of county economic impact. We are also at the southernmost point of the One, our future bus rapid transit system, or BRT, at Pence and Lieber Gates. The One is expected to begin operating in 2031. Future plans envision extending the next phases to Woodridge and bringing Metro down Richmond Highway corridor. From here, you can also see the playing fields for Woodlawn Little League. Over the past 8 years, I've dedicated considerable effort collaborating with the League and the Park Authority to advocate for the addition of restrooms and concessions to the site. I am delighted that this will become a reality in 2024. As we continue up the highway, you will see the planned BRT stations and the beginnings of right-of-way acquisitions for the highway widening. As part of this effort, VDOT conducted a speed study, resulting in the adjustment of the speed limit from Jeff Todd Way to the Beltway from 45 miles per hour to 35 miles per hour, enhancing safety on the highway. This is also a pivotal location for our Potomac Bank's vision. Future goals here include the development of a full-service hotel, fine dining options, recreation, and entertainment venues. One of my top priorities has been connecting missing trail segments, and I am thrilled to announce the completion of the Mount Vernon Memorial Highway Trail. This $10 million investment fulfills a long-sought goal for our community of walkers, runners, and bikers. Further down Mount Vernon Memorial Highway, parking improvements were completed at Gristmill Park, where you and your four-legged friends can join me on March 24th for the annual Ides of Bark Dog Festival. As we move through the corridor, there have been several new businesses and improvements, including the Woodlawn Shopping Center Wendy's renovation, a new Dunkin' Donuts, and the new Lucan's Lane 7-Eleven. Here we also find the new Woodlawn Fire Station, number 24. This year, the station became the county's first LEED Platinum certified building, currently the highest green certification a building can achieve, and we installed our first county solar panels on its roof. Here you can see the county's overarching environmental goals. I am proud to say we are making the necessary operational plans and investments to achieve these goals. Visit our Climate Action Dashboard for more information. This year, a Mobile Home Coalition meeting was held where residents expressed their concerns to me. I will continue to work with residents and housing advocates to ensure no one is left behind. At the original Mount Vernon High School building, the county is investing $93 million to master plan and renovate this community landmark into a human development center. We recently launched a community survey on branding and wayfinding for the site. You can provide your feedback through February 11th by using this QR code. Renovation and adaptive reuse of this historic facility is underway to provide space for early childhood education, life skill training programs, a professional theater and recreation, as well as innovation and business incubation spaces. We expect completion in 2026. Future master planning for this site will run from Richmond Highway all the way to Mount Vernon High School. Thank you to my board colleagues for their recent funding support for this critical Mount Vernon project. This site is strategically positioned to catalyze economic development on the corridor. As the new Economic Advisory and Initiatives Committee Chair for the Board of Supervisors, I look forward to creating economic opportunities throughout the district and the county. Nearby Capital Chicken will open soon. In this area, you can see several examples of our work to clean up the highway. The Mount Vernon Auto Care Center and other buildings have been taken down in preparation for highway widening. This is also a good place to talk about our truck parking initiative. We've heard from many of you about the commercial trucks parked on major roadways. I agree that this poses safety hazards and looks ugly. We've had several meetings with the police and VDOT to gain agreement on what we can do and cannot do to address this problem. We've shared a flyer with you, and we need your help to contact VDOT and the police when you see trucks parked where they should not be. As we move to the Hybla Valley and Gum Springs area this year, we will see the beginnings of the new Mount Vernon Gateway residential development, with 280 multifamily units, of which 29 are workforce dwelling units. This is located at Buckman Road in the Franconia District. The county has invested significant time and resources as we work through the Gum Springs Heritage Resources Study. This will establish a historical context for Gum Springs and examine the built environment, cultural landscapes, and personal narratives that relate to, support, and exemplify the historic and cultural significance of Gum Springs. The study and final report will take approximately 18 months. Last year, we secured funding for a new trail connecting Martin Luther King Jr. Park to Little Hunting Creek, providing residents with enhanced access to nature. The Park Authority has begun design work. Welcome to our office, the Mount Vernon Governmental Center, the Mount Vernon Police Station, early voting site, community rooms, and access to anything you want to know about the county and our community. At this point, I'd like to introduce Team MVD, a dedicated group committed to serving you. Christine Morin serves as my Chief of Staff, specializing in economic development and strategic initiatives. Kamala Spear, Deputy Chief of Staff, focuses on communications and the environment. Nick Reinhardt is our Development and Land Use Liaison and is bilingual in Spanish. Peyton Smith works with you on transportation, trails, housing, and parks. Cassie Donahue manages our events, community outreach, and supports communications. Maddie Alvarado, our office manager, is welcoming face at our front desk, is bilingual in Spanish, and works on health and human services initiatives. And our volunteer extraordinaire, Lady Fairfax 2023, Shirley Short, who works hard on our information centers and numerous community events. Everyone on the team is also a notary, and we provide this free service to you. Thank you, Team MVD. Our neighbor, Inova Mount Vernon, marked several significant milestones this year. The hospital underwent a successful rebranding and introduced 2 new units. The Inova Specialty Hospital, the region's inaugural critical illness recovery hospital, and the Inova Mount Vernon Veach Behavioral Health Unit. Additionally, the Inova Cares for Families Clinic has been relocated to Henson Farm Road. Inova's partnership with the county helps to improve health outcomes and enhance residents' access to quality health care. Around the corner at Sherwood Crossing, we welcome 2 new businesses, Super Kids Dentistry and Only Bathrooms. Thank you, Mount Vernon Springfield Chamber of Commerce and Executive Director Holly Doherty. On Fortson Road, we dedicated a new historic marker to Annie Harper for her leadership to eliminate the poll tax by taking on the Virginia Board of Elections and winning. As we continue north on the corridor, Fresh World, an American and an international supermarket chain, is expected to open their new store this summer in the vacant Safeway space. We are all aware of the influx of panhandlers across the county. The Supreme Court has consistently determined that panhandling is protected First Amendment speech and guided local governments to use existing public safety laws to address any related issues. While the county has followed this guidance, police officers have difficulty holding individuals accountable because they must personally observe the violation. Officers focus on counseling offenders, and even when the offender's actions or repeated actions result in arrest, we have found limited long-term impact. The county is pursuing education, awareness, and information gathering to more fully understand why this is happening and determine more effective responses to aggressive or unsafe behaviors. Additionally, I've been meeting with our police and social services providers to intervene where effective or use enforcement where not. The brand new North Hill development includes a 12-acre public park with new pickleball courts, 175 market rate townhomes, 63 affordable senior independent living units, and 216 workforce dwelling units. North Hill stands as a testament to our commitment to provide accessible and inclusive living spaces. It is a prime example of my commitment to housing for all. We are now at the Beacon Hill BRT station and a future metro station. Planning continues at the former Hybla Valley Nursery site for the co-located PennDOT Fire Station with emergency, supportive, and affordable housing. The Board of Supervisors approved the comprehensive plan amendment study for the site in December. I'm planning to continue outreach and will host additional community meetings and updates this year as we go through the design and development process. Next, we come to the Bellhaven with 349 apartments, of which 42 are workforce dwelling units. This new pet-friendly community provides residents with green space, a linear park, and community pool. Across the street, adjacent to the South Alex project, you can see the new mural on Zips Dry Cleaners. Thank you, Evan Kaufman and the Southeast Fairfax Development Corporation, or SFDC, for their collaboration with local businesses to spruce up the corridor with vibrant public art. The Alexandria Crossing development at Shields Avenue at Quandra Road is the first development that was approved under the Embark Richmond Highway Plan. This 7.4-acre site will consist of 466 units with 46 workforce dwelling units, a pool, fitness center, and co-working space. Construction is expected to start this year. Also in this area is the Fairchild-Quander property, where we secured funding for a park and trail connections. As we approach the Beltway, we are now at Huntington and the northern gateway to the Mount Vernon District, where we are designing a modern, new Welcome to Fairfax County sign to be installed this summer. The owners of the Parker and 2560 Huntington Avenue are looking to rezone their properties for additional residential units with ground floor community and retail use. After several years of work and coordination, the Huntington Club Condo Association, in partnership with IDI, faced a setback in their community renewal plans. Economic challenges and various factors brought the project to a standstill, and it remains on hold. The plan for the Huntington Metro WMATA site creates a mixed-use, transit-oriented development, achieving the vision for the Huntington Transit Station area. I continue to work with county staff, WMATA, and the developer for an underground BRT station to link directly to Metro. County, state, and federal funding are essential to making this a reality. Additionally, Capital Bike Share will be coming to Huntington in 2024 with proposed stations throughout the district. Public meetings to consider the locations began in January. The Arden opened 126 affordable units last year, and the Aventon is now leasing 379 units, of which 38 are workforce dwelling units. My colleagues and I believe strongly in housing for all. This provides a wide variety of housing options for everyone who wants to live here. Mount Vernon is home to it all, from large riverfront homes to townhomes to manufactured housing. Further east, the proposal we received to redevelop the Brookside Motel site was withdrawn by the developer. This is a challenging site because of major environmental constraints. There are additional parties interested, and I look forward to working with them to improve this site. A proposal to expand the city-side Huntington apartment complex is under review with county staff. As we move towards the river, we reach the Bellevue Shopping Center, home to new establishments like True Rest and Light by Alexandria Electric. The permit process involved with these businesses underscored the need to streamline our county permitting procedures. I'm committed to facilitating a more accessible and efficient permit process. Construction on the Mount Vernon Rec Center is in full swing, and in 2025, this premier community facility will reopen with a 75,000 square foot expansion, a 2-story fitness center, pool, indoor track, building upgrades, and a second NHL-sized ice rink. With so many parks and recreation facilities in our area, I created a Mount Vernon Parks Public Input Committee to provide an opportunity for community leaders who are passionate about our parks to discuss their ideas with my office and our Park Authority Board member, Linwood Gorham. Here we can also see the GW Parkway Road, bridge, and trail improvements. More are underway as the National Park Service seeks the right balance between safety, travel, and history, especially at the Bellhaven and Bellevue intersections. Dyke Marsh stands as a natural treasure, being the largest freshwater tidal wetland in the area. During the summer months, this wetland comes alive with over 270 species of birds. Unfortunately, the ongoing erosion of Dyke Marsh, attributed to past dredging activities, has left the marsh destabilized. This erosion highlights the pressing need to address shoreline stabilization and minimize silt buildup in our coastal wetlands. Continuing our journey, we arrive at the recently designated Randall Estates Historic District. Here in the early 60s, Jube Shriver built the first homes for Black families who wanted a suburban home but were otherwise barred from this type of housing by discriminatory laws and practices. Our commitment to preserving the rich history and character of our community remains steadfast. This year we held Rollins Drive intersection community meetings to look at solutions to improve this intersection. VDOT is currently finalizing their latest recommendations, which they will bring to the community this spring. The design process will begin this year for the stream restoration of the next section of the Paul Springs branch of Little Hunting Creek to continue stabilizing the stream bed. Due to the challenges of infill development, I started the Infill Development Task Force to create a better understanding of the by right development process for residential infill projects. The task force has evaluated existing options to change the process both at a county and state level. The Board of Supervisors is considering these recommendations regarding site, tree, and stormwater management. It was an honor to celebrate the American Horticultural Society's 50th anniversary at River Farm. I appreciate AHS and their continued efforts to preserve this beautiful community treasure. Fort Hunt Park is the home to my annual Environment Expo, and I'd like to invite you to join us once again on April 27th. In collaboration with the National Park Service, this event is free, fun, and family-friendly. We conclude our tour this year at the iconic Mount Vernon Estate, which provides an eastern landmark for Fairfax County and is our namesake. Mount Vernon Estate and the National Park Service were essential partners in making last year's Tour de Mount Vernon community bike ride the best ever. We had over 500 riders starting on the closed George Washington Memorial Parkway and ending with a post-ride celebration on the estate. Wow, as you can see, there are numerous reasons why we're #1 and the best place to live in Fairfax County. The Mount Vernon District is alive with activity, and it is my honor to continue working with you to see the changes we want in our neighborhoods and community. We are fortunate to be in a vibrant, flourishing area where all can live, learn, work, and play. Our district is renowned for its scenic beauty, civic activism, history, hospitality, and vast diversity. As growth continues, we recognize that maintaining a delicate balance between these incredible assets and seizing new 21st century opportunities is crucial for preserving our community character and enduring heritage. Stay connected with us by signing up for our newsletter at fairfaxcounty.gov/Mount Vernon. It is my honor and privilege to serve you as your Mount Vernon District Supervisor.